Welcome back to another episode of Hello Ladies, where feminism meets pro wrestling. We are your hostesses with the mostesses. I am Sabrina,
And I'm MJ.
and we got a bit of the mania to talk about, the WrestleMania.
We've been wrestling with our mania, and we've decided we should probably talk about it.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome to talk therapy, everyone.
Woo! Woo!
Woo!
Oh man. Well, make sure that you like this,
Right?
follow the podcast, leave a comment below, tell us what your favorite match was. I'm curious if it lined up with what you had said last week. For anybody that listened last week, is it the same answer as this week of what's your favorite match going to be? What's your favorite match after math?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
After the fact. Oh gosh.
Yes. Um, So I think generally speaking, everyone liked night two a hell of a lot more than night one, but loved the
Yes.
main event of night one a hell of a lot more than the main event of night two.
Agreed. A lot of people were really disappointed with some of the matches on night one. And then I felt like night two was like banger after banger, with the exception of Logan Paul and AJ, because I was like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
For transparency, I'm watching the WrestleMania Night Two's main event after this. I've not seen it yet. I already know who wins because I accidentally clicked on a Brock Lesnar guy post, and he was standing there with John Cena holding the belt. And I was like, in my head, I think I even sent it to you. I was
You
like,
did.
maybe not. I was trying to gaslight myself, like maybe it was photoshopped.
Maybe it wasn't, but maybe.
I know. So
Um,
how are you feeling about Cena getting that 17th win?
I mean, I feel good about him knocking Flair out. But it was such a shit way that they did it is the problem. Like
I know
Travis
I jumped us
Scott,
right to the main event.
yeah, Travis
I'm down to
Scott
talk about it first.
didn't need to be involved.
I can't believe that they would involve him after him fucking up Cody's face.
Yep.
You can spoil it for me, but does he?
I can't even tell you what he does. Like, I was just so annoyed because he like slowly meanders down to the ring and it was just the pacing of that match wasn't very great. The crowd was really behind Cena, which I'm not
Yeah.
super shocked about. Um, because it was night two was kind of a snarky crowd,
Okay.
but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. 'Cause I mean, the crowd was also cheering Dirty Dom.
Hell yeah, they were.
Yep. Dominic had to be like, the fuck?
I told you though. So everyone messaged me, and then Ray, shout out Ray if she listens to this, she wrote, "He did it" in all caps, and I was like, she knows that I love Dom. I know it has to be about Dominic. And Haley, shout out to Haley if she's listening to this, also loves Dominic Mysterio. And so I instantly was just like, because she said, "Are you watching WrestleMania? Are you watching WrestleMania?" And so I was like, I know it. I saw those two messages back to back, and I was like, I didn't see a spoiler, but I did
Yeah,
get
but
those
you knew.
messages.
You knew
Yeah.
your bones.
Oh, I was so excited.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, should we start with night one?
Yeah, let's get started. So let's see. I guess start with what was it? Did Jay and Gunther start off?
Yes,
Yeah, right? Yeah.
they did.
Um, that I mean they had a good match.
They
And
did.
I mean, I agree with that decision. Jay winning, like that was awesome.
It was awesome. It's so funny how many people were saying Gunther was gonna win too, and I was like,
Yeah, no, no, no. We were team Uso. I was so
hmm.
nervous though when Jimmy got in the ring. I'm like, please don't hit him with the belt. Please don't hit him with the belt. Let this be a beautiful moment. Oh, thank God it's a beautiful moment.
I thought that too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man,
I was like,
I
Jimmy's
was,
out here trolling us.
I know.
Oof. Yeah. You didn't see Raw yet, I assume.
I have not, but I did see a spoiler for Raw.
What did you see?
Wasn't it Lana and Rusev are back?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, Lana has like a Legends contract, so it's a
Yeah.
little different, but yeah, Rusev. Yeah.
Isn't that weird to see Lana with a Legends contract? That feels like she's
Hmm.
like 80 or something, you know? I don't know. It seems weird.
Yeah. I mean, the Bellas have, or at least Nikki Bella has a Legends contract.
I guess, but that's different. I don't know. Interesting. Anyway,
Yeah.
no, but is there something else I'm missing out on from I heard Raw was pretty good.
Raw was really good. Raw was
Okay.
really good. So I don't want to spoil it for you.
All right, I am watching it tonight, so
Yeah. So I'll let that one go. Next up, there was the World Tag Team Championships. War Raiders with their shitty, shitty outfits versus the New Day and their cool ass gear
I know their gear was cool. The fucking like wasn't it like bones around a unicorn on the back?
in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
heart shape. Yeah. It's
It was
so,
in a heart shape?
yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
It was
I thought it
great.
was just a circle for some reason.
No, I'm pretty sure I saw heart, unless I'm making it up, but yeah. Um,
This is good though. This I'm really hoping for like some good storylines out of them having the belts.
yeah, same. That match just, I had a hard
I couldn't
time.
get
Like,
into it.
I couldn't get into it at all. Yeah, I mean, if something had to be in the death spot, that was it.
I know. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say on it. Clearly, the Clash of Clans, I think from the very get-go, like with that, I felt bad with them coming out with like the Clash, because clearly Clash of Clans, I think, was a sponsor of that match. And then I was like, now they wore the gear like that. I was like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah. It looked cheap.
It did. I
And
also felt that way. I know we're jumping ahead to night two for a second, but when Drew McIntyre came out and it was clearly like a Doom type reference that he walked out, and it was like, it's like I'm sure he got a great kickback check for that. At least he better have. But that would just I would be like so pissed if I was a wrestler and that was my entrance. I was like,
yeah,
come on.
at Mania.
At Mania, yeah. So
Yeah.
silly.
But Damian Priest's entrance, I really okay. I jumping ahead again, but um he cannot look anyone in the face after that and be like, I have no idea why people call me bisexual Undertaker. I have no idea. Sir, your ring jacket and the gear underneath has the design of a waist cincher on it. Like, including like this part where breasts go. I don't know what to tell you. You look like you belong in Rocky Horror Picture Show, which I'm completely fine with, but you know. And then he
I
had the bat wings. Oh, book talk would go nuts.
oh, I was like, this is so corny. I just oh, I was watching it and I was like, because when Lyra came out last night and had the wings, I was like, that's how you do it. Because when Damian Priest came out with the wing, I was like, this is so stupid. But when Lyra did it, I was like, that's gorgeous. It looks fabulous. And I just feel like something about me, I just see into Damian Priest's like nerdy fanboy soul for some reason. I just see this little nerdy kid going like, ah, like I just can't see it like, ooh, look at this like sexy, alluring, mysterious dark man. I just see like a little like nerdy kid like I just like I'm not and same thing like when he kept walking up and just going like randomly pausing and like I was like, oh my God, I know that you're like fanboying so hard because Carrie King is playing you out to the ring right now, but
Oh
it's so
yeah.
cool. I was just not I just saw all I saw was fanboy. I could not unsee it.
See, I love it when he fanboys. So he's pretty and he has interests. That's what I see.
He's pretty and he has interests. Oh man. This is why I love that we have opposite tastes.
Uh-huh.
Oh man. Okay, back to night one though. Sorry.
Yes, yes,
What
yes.
was that? What was after the tag match?
Jade versus Naomi.
Loved it. Beautiful.
It was great. I feel bad, like, because Naomi had a great entrance, and then Jade had that.
What the fuck was that? I hated that.
It's
But then
raining men type of entrance.
it was so stupid.
Yeah.
And what's funny is I liked Naomi's entrance was killer. Jade's entrance was terrible, but I loved Jade's gear. It was gorgeous. It was just like, loved it. And I loved when Naomi walked out to the ring, the confidence, like her carrying that heel energy, she wore it so well. I was just like, it was so fun. It was really obviously I was sad that Naomi didn't win, but like I had a feeling that Jade was going to win just because you got thrown in the fucking hood of a car and taken out of action. You kind of gotta come back.
I guess.
I know.
I love
I,
Naomi.
I know. She's so great.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what'll happen now for both of them.
I am too. I am too. I was surprised. I know I'm jumping around a lot. I was surprised that Bianca didn't win because it felt like that was going to be a natural way to transition the story between Jade and her or between Naomi, whoever won from that match. So I was a little surprised.
Yeah. Eh.
I was happy Io retained though.
Yeah. Yeah, I was happy. You know, like any one of them could have won that and I would have been fine with it.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah. It was
A banger. That was such a good fucking match. I could have
yeah.
watched it for 10 more minutes.
Yeah, they did amazing. Like,
Mhm.
yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah, I loved it.
Hmm.
Okay, I keep jumping us tonight too, I know.
Yeah. Well, then we had the United States Championship, Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight.
This was fun too.
Did you know, so Jacob Fatu's mask was done by the guy who made, um,
Oh, Uncle Howdy? Are you allowed to say that? Uncle Howdy's mask and
not,
like, no?
well, I guess, yeah, because he did Uncle Howdy's as well. I was gonna say Bray Wyatt, so yeah.
So like, so I don't know why I knew what you were gonna say because like the sec, I, like as it came out, I was like, that looks like so familiar. Like I've seen it, like it had that same like creator touch on it, like that I knew he made that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was a sick mask too. I loved it.
It really was. LA Knight's entrance with that car, I was like, whatever. It's very LA, so
I just feel like with the car thing, it's so overdone sometimes. We've seen it so many times.
yeah.
I feel like it's always the default of like, I don't know what else to do with my entrance. Just
Yeah.
give me a fucking car.
And I'm a dude.
Yeah, for real. Well, Charlotte came out with a car too.
Yeah. But usually it's like guys who are, I need something that goes vroom vroom.
Vroom, vroom.
Hmm. No, I'm stone cold and I need to run over somebody in the audience, you know.
That was so fucking funny. I died.
Oh yeah, especially Nick Khan at the end, like trying to smooth it all over.
You would have laughed though, because right before it happened, I was like, well, at least he can drive this thing under like the Undertaker trying to drive that bike around the ring. And then fucking 2 seconds later, he
Right.
crashed into that person.
Damn.
That shit was so funny.
I saw a meme that was just like Nick Khan out there. It's like, yeah, if you need anything, like let me know. My name's Tony Khan.
Oh my God, that's funny as fuck.
Hmm. Um,
Oh,
but yeah, the LA Knight Fatum Jacob match, I like also wasn't super into. Like I didn't like,
really?
yeah,
I liked it.
I wasn't really dialed into it.
Dang, I loved it, honestly. But yeah.
It could have also been like, so Andrew came over, Mr. Suspicious, and we were watching it and we were just like yakking it up. So could have also been that.
Yeah. That's how I felt on when I watched Night 2 with Damien Priest and Drew. I need to rewatch it because it was just like, especially coming off of like Io, Bianca, and Rhea, I was just like,
That was a tough spot for them to be in.
it was, yeah. I
Yeah.
did feel like I felt like Logan and AJ should have been in that spot.
That's what I said. That is what I said. I said it when they were announced. Yeah, I hate Logan
Yeah,
Paul. Fuck Logan Paul.
I know. I hate that he won too. I fucking love AJ Styles. You know that hurt me watching that.
Yeah, same.
All right, who was next after on night one?
El Grande Americano versus Rey Phoenix, subbing
I
in
was also
for
I was
Rey.
also pissed about this. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I was saying subbing in for Rey Mysterio.
I know. Ray for Ray.
Yeah, spelled the same way.
I hated it.
Yeah. I will say he did an excellent job. Like, I mean, they both did great, but especially like he just got to WWE and he was already in like
I thought you were talking about Grande America.
no, no, Ray Phoenix.
I thought you were just trolling the shit out of me right now.
No, 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 no. And he did like he performed really well in such a large stadium like that on a one-on-one match. Like he's getting one hell of a payday. Like, can you imagine, like, hey, welcome aboard. You've been here less than a month. Want to perform at WrestleMania? He had to be like shitting himself. Like, yes.
How fucking cool was seeing Vikingo interact in the crowd and then actually get to fucking kick Grande Americano in the face?
Yeah. Yeah. He's also a cutie patootie. Again, not Chad Gable.
I adore him. Not Chad Gable in this instance. But I do you have the bad sinking feeling in your gut like the purchase of Triple A is just going to move all of these amazing luchadors that they've been showcasing on the main roster to Triple A?
I don't think so because WWE is still trying to rope in the growing American, like Spanish audience.
Okay.
So I don't foresee that um happening at this point. But obviously, I don't think they're going to be working with AEW anymore.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's about.
I think I get nervous about it. I don't want it to turn into like almost like the Ring of Honor equivalent, right? Where we're
Yeah.
just like, oh, just send them off to over here, you know?
I think it's their way of like really breaking into the Spanish market more.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
I hope so. You know what? I feel so conflicted about it because they're simultaneously featuring these luchadors, which is something that they've been horribly notorious for being awful at in the past. Um, and then simultaneously giving us these weird like pro MAGA people in charge at TKO, and also like featuring very MAGA prominent people. It's just very like I don't know. We're just in such a fucking weird time right now that I just don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see Sami Zayn's post?
Probably not.
Oh my God, I put it in my fucking stories. I can't remember the caption said. Oh, it's a picture of Sammy in the corner and somebody's holding up the Israel flag, and it's Sami Zayn smiling in the ring with it behind him, and he put in the caption, "Hoes stay mad."
All right. All right.
God, I love him. I
Mhm.
need to buy that shirt of that man like now.
Yeah. Um, after that, we had Tiffany versus Charlotte for the championship. My internet cut out, so I missed the entrances entirely. In
Oh
fact,
shit.
yeah, it took a bit, had to cycle it, and then it came back on. But for a hot second, we were watching it on my phone till it came back up. So I missed probably the first 3 minutes of the match itself as
Did you
well.
go back and watch the entrances or no?
No, I didn't want to fuck with it after. You know, Peacock's weird sometimes. You don't fuck with it once it's going.
So Charlotte just kind of had her gear looked beautiful. She had like a generic entrance. She came out from a car, kind of a thing, like I said.
Tiffany had the
Tiffany's
Barbie.
had the cute Barbie thing, yeah.
Yeah. Um The thing that bothered me about this match was they looked like a tag team because of their gear matching almost perfectly.
Except Charlotte had some blue.
Yep. And their
Hmm.
hair is so similar and it was really fucking annoying that
Do you think that like it was intentional with kind of how this has seemed a little bit of like bad blood, you know?
it if it wasn't something that they planned, one of them planned it.
Mm. Yeah, this whole feud has been very odd to me.
Yeah.
Did you feel like there were a lot of receipts given in that match?
Yes. Yeah. Definitely. Especially at one point it looks like Tiffany's missing a tooth or broke a tooth or something.
I didn't watch the press conference, but apparently she got that shit fixed before she went out there.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, that's terrifying. Even like, how do you even fix it that quickly? That kind of stuff freaks me out.
I mean, if they still had it, they could attach it temporarily.
Oh, God, it freaks me out.
Yeah.
I know nothing about dentistry, so I'm just like, how? Like for me, it's a mystery. I'm just like, how they do?
Um, I've had because I broke a tooth before, and it is like so you would have a temporary put in, and that's not difficult. I mean, I don't know what it'd be like for a front tooth, but that's not difficult. And then you have to usually wait like a week or two for a permanent to come in and then put that in. But somebody also said she most likely has veneers in the front, so that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Which I also found out recently that like with veneers you can't eat normally. You have to like pinch off your food and eat it.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, "What? Why? That's not what your teeth are for. They're for eat."
Mm, that's scary.
Yes. Um, anything else about their match?
I want to go kind of go back and rewatch that one, I think, because I feel a lot of people are talking online about like a lot of the receipts given, and I caught a couple, but I want to go back with a different lens and watch it.
Yeah.
Also, I want to see if I can see where the tooth incident happened. Yeah.
Yeah. I know at one point, Tiffany, because Tiffany made Charlotte bleed, like from her mouth. And I heard, like, you hear Charlotte go, fuck, like, real,
Really?
yeah. So I imagine whatever happened to Tiffany's mouth happened after that point.
Hmm.
It's my guess. I,
Wow.
I would assume. Um, and then we have Seth versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk, which
That was it for night one? Why did that feel so short?
I mean, night one was a little shorter. And also it's because we're used to AEW pay-per-views, which have 13 matches on the card.
Fair. You got me there.
Yeah. Uh,
Loved this match. I want to go rewatch it again, honestly. It
it
was
was
beautiful.
it was so good. Seth's entrance was fun. Um, CM Punk's was fun as well. Roman, I was surprised they just had him walk down.
I skipped however many seconds and it still wasn't over with Romans. And I was like, Jesus, they're still going. It's just him walking. That's it. Okay.
Yep, just him walking by himself, not knowing like yeah. Um
Maybe that was supposed to be like the point. He's like, I stand alone right
No.
now, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
L- A lone wolf, one might say.
Uh, uh.
Um, but yes. This the three of them together were magic. Like everything. Like there were so many different points in this match that were so good. I loved Seth trying to convince Roman to work with him to put CM Punk through, and Roman was like, "I can do it myself. I'm gonna kick both your asses."
But I love that with the overall story too, because it was like, nah, Roman knew better than to trust Seth again, because look what Seth fucking did again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also love that Seth keeps going over on Roman. I love that like Seth is like that one little like mountain that Roman cannot climb. I just fucking love it.
Yeah. And I mean, Seth is definitely my favorite Shield member. Like
Hmm.
100%. Um, but he's this weekend was so interesting because Roman came out saying that he voted for Trump, and then Seth had an interview, and he's said this before in interviews when he's asked about Hulk Hogan, but he gave such a great answer, which was like Hulk Hogan's always he's never done anything to me, he's always been great to me, but like the shit he's done, like I'm not okay with that. And like you can't expect the world to be okay with what you've done as like and not making amends. And someone asked like, well, how would he go about making amends? And then he gave like a reasonable, real answer. And he's like, he has to educate himself. Like he has to do this shit himself. And like the apology has to be as loud as the disrespect type of deal. And like, yeah.
Yeah, that man.
Yeah. And I was just like, in direct comparison with Roman Reigns then being like, well, yeah, I'm a moderate. I voted for Donald Trump because only one person was giving us answers. Yeah, sir, that would be Kamala Harris that was giving us answers. That would be the one person. Not the one who's like totally not going to do Project 2025. I've never even heard of that. Cross his fingers.
JK.
Yeah. The fuck? So yeah. Yeah.
Seth supremacy.
Yes. Yes.
And
Um,
of course, I loved Seth going over for that reason too. I was like, Jesus, I am so over Roman. I was like, it feels so validating because I've never fucking liked Roman Reigns ever.
not even he had
Uh,
cancer.
no, because everyone tries to make me feel bad about that. So I'm just like, fuck, okay. Like I can control that.
You gave it to him.
Yeah, whatever. Ironic that like the president that he voted for wouldn't give a shit about him if he wasn't Roman Reigns if he had cancer. You know what I mean? You're just fucked, dude. You would have been dead.
Yeah. I mean, he also cut funding for pediatric cancer. So, you know, hope no one in his family, hope that shit's not genetic.
Well, he'll have money. The thing is, they have money. They don't give a shit. You know, it makes me so pissed. It's like you're only the everything that Roman said. I just read as translation. He protects my money.
Yep. 1000%. 1000%. Um,
Punk actually was good in this match. Like the way the momentum felt, it didn't feel like sometimes that you've seen Punk matches either in AEW or in WWE where it's like you can tell they give him like the easier load of it, and it felt like he really kind of held his own in this. And
yeah.
the way that the story played out during the match, it made it like you didn't really notice the slower pace of at
Yeah.
certain times. It felt really just solid.
It was beautiful. It was well done all the way around. Paul Heyman's double betrayal was so good, especially like the fact that he really stuck it to Roman with his low blow, like that weird arm wiggle he did. The fuck? But like it's
Okay,
iconic.
now I want to go see it again. That's hilarious. I I wonder who have we have it has it been announced who produced all the matches for WrestleMania yet? I'm really curious who produced that one.
I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Heyman.
Mm. I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to try to
Um,
look that up.
yeah. Although Road Dogg is a fan of the low blow, so
I was thinking Michael Hayes maybe.
maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I honestly don't know. But yeah, everything was so good. Like how Seth handled it. Like, oh, so good.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Do they touch on it on Raw? Okay, awesome.
Yeah. They absolutely do. They absolutely do.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Um, And then for night two, we kick off with Io versus Rhea versus Bianca. And I love that. So Rhea's entrance was so cool. Her gear was amazing as always. Bianca Belair loved that like she had her stepdaughter up there as one of the dancers, of course. She's never gonna beat that WrestleMania though. What was it? WrestleMania 39 with the little girl?
So
Well, all the
cute.
girls, but the one girl she had just found out that her mother died.
I
Um,
know.
ugh. When I think
I
about that, I get weepy still.
I do too. I feel like Bianca, if someone's gonna top themselves, it'll be Bianca though. I feel like she'll fucking find a way.
Oh yeah.
Her
Yeah.
gear too. Oh my God. When she came out to the ring, I was
That ring
literally, I
road.
was, oh my God. I was like so emotional when I saw Bianca come out because I was like, she's so beautiful and talented. I love her. Like I just got so emotional. She just like the fact that she makes all that shit herself and puts like her heart and soul in it and just like I fucking
Mhm.
love that woman.
Yeah, she is amazing. Just
Hmm.
Montez Ford lucked out big time with her,
I know.
as did we all.
I know. He is I'm so envious of that man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Jimmy Uso.
Yeah.
Both those men.
Um, Io, I loved her outfit, like her ring gear as well. Um, this and she had some great spots. There were two spots in that match though where like I was seriously concerned that Io was about to die. Um,
Mhm.
like she almost landed on the top of her head the one time, doing a jump, and like
Yeah.
oh, oof.
There was that one sequence that was so beautiful, and then Io ended up doing like two front flips at the end of it. You know what I'm talking about? She and I that right before that, she did that. Rhea sold in the most beautiful way, and like I literally was watching, I was thinking like Rhea does not get. She never. I'd say this all the time. Rhea doesn't get credit for how fucking good she sells. She's
Hmm.
so good. What about how Io sold that so bad at that one point? Like where she like it was like the double like German suplex from the top rope in the corner, and then Io fell and then like kind of stood up again and then just jumped back to fall. I fucking died. I was like, that was so bad.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
I hate criticizing when people sell really bad, but like I watched that and and then they did it on an instant replay and then slowed it down even more. I was like, what are you guys thinking? It was already so bad in regular time. Why would you
Right.
slow that down? It was so bad.
It's like, does someone here hate her? What are you doing?
I know. I was like, man, you're doing her dirty. Someone wanted like Rhea or Bianca to win this fucking match.
Montez is back there being like, slow it down.
Again.
Slow it. Yeah. Um, yeah, a lot of people have said that this was match of the night.
Gorgeous. It was beautiful.
I can see it. Arguably, like that could have, like, yeah, yeah.
I was hyped the whole time.
It was so fucking good, so fucking
Hmm.
good.
And I think that's why I got out of the next match. I know you were locked in because that's your man, Damian Priest, but like I could
And
not get
Cat
into it.
Daddy,
And Cat Daddy, yeah, yeah, yeah. But I, yeah, I couldn't get it. I think also like the cheesy ass thing at the beginning with Drew the entrance that was so clearly like a prop for sponsorship. I was like, what the fuck? I hated it. I hated it so much, Sabrina. So I need to give it another shot because of course I love a good street fight, you know?
yeah. I was so happy that it wasn't bloody.
Yeah.
I was so happy about that. Um,
I was happy Priest didn't win, but I feel like I'm not supposed to say that.
you're not. I loved the callback that Drew did with taking the picture. Like,
Yes,
yeah,
I
it's
loved it too.
you should just do that every WrestleMania now.
Who did that? I saw
Was
him
his
run away with like
brother?
it was his brother.
Yeah.
He's so little. Drew looks like he could eat him.
I guess like all of the height went to that man.
Apparently, that's greedy.
Yeah. And good looks for that matter.
Damn.
I'm just saying.
Damn. Reminds me of my mom and her sisters. My aunt had like giant boobs, and then
Oh,
my mom was always like, "April got all the boobs. She stole all the boobs."
that's how it is with my family.
Yeah.
My one niece, when she was little, asked my sister, like, will I get boobs like Aunt Sabrina? And my sister went, that's not happening. Like, all of my sisters are flat chested, and then there's me.
Oh wow. Which is funny because aren't you're the youngest?
Yep. Mhm.
RKO out of nowhere.
Yeah, true dat. Yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, I'm also the smartest, so it's because of the boobs. They're actually extra brains. No one knows that though.
You're always educating me.
Uh-huh. Yeah. The bigger the boobs, the more brains. That's what they say in my family.
You're making me feel like Karen from Mean Girls right now. There's a 70% chance it's already raining.
Exactly. Um, shit.
Anything, anything to say on Drew and Priest? Other than the fact that you're gonna rewatch it like seven more times?
Rude. Uh, I think there was something, but it is gone now. It'll come back to me at some point.
Okay. What was after this one? Was that AJ and Logan or was that something else? Oh no, it was the
Dominic and Braun
yeah.
Breaker and Finn Balor and Penta.
You know I was locked in for this.
Yeah, this was such a good fucking match. But again, like I felt everyone's styles really matched up except for Braun Breaker. Like, not that he did bad, but like it was just so weird to have three people who can go at the same rate and then Braun Breaker.
I feel like as much as I love Dom Mysterio, I feel like in the last 6 months he's lost a step in the ring. He then again, remember last year, 2024, he wrestled the second most matches in WWE. He was just locked the fuck in, and he hasn't been as much. They've
Yeah.
kind of been playing him more in like this patsy type role to like doing the whole thing where it's like Liv has the gold, like he's like almost like Gollum-esque, just wants to follow the gold, like the ring around essentially.
But now he has his own gold, so
Yeah, I'm hoping. I just because I kept noticing that too in the last few matches he's had. I was like, and I hate. I'm not being critical because I hate him. Obviously, I'm just noticing it as a fan. But like, that's the 619 he did was almost like suspended in slow motion. Woo! And then it was really funny because that wasn't it Penta that caught him too or something like it was like a oh shit moment.
oh
It was
yeah.
it was pretty funny.
Um, oh, I can't wait for you to watch Raw. So much happens on Raw, so much. Um, but yeah, I mean, do you think SummerSlam is when we're gonna get Dom versus Finn Balor, or do you think it'll happen before then?
I was thinking about that with Backlash. I was thinking about like how it I feel wish the camera would have focused on Finn more because you just see Dom, he's like up on the he's like doing the thing where he's holding the gold on the ramp, and then he runs back down like, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna go in the ring one more time. And he zooms right past Finn. And I wish that would have locked into Finn's face a little bit more there of like you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah, they did a little bit at the end
Yeah.
after he's in the ring for a little bit, but I wanted it in that moment, almost like a see ya,
Hmm.
yeah,
Bye-bye.
bye bye.
Yeah. After that one, we had Randy Orton's open challenge, which is where I hurt my voice. And right before it, I think even last week, I was like, I want it to be Joe Hendry. That's who I want. Like, meh. And so I was messaging with my one friend. And I was like, I want it to be Joe Hendry. And she was just like, no, it's definitely gonna be Rusev. And I was like, I want it to be Joe Hendry. And she's like, but he's injured. And I went, still doesn't change what I want. And then like I was entirely prepared for it to be Rusev and to fuck around on my phone for a little bit. And And then his music fucking hit. Like when the door started to open, I was like, that looks a little bit like Joe. And I screamed so loud. I scared Cheddar. He went and he hid in his, oh, bless you.
Thank you.
He went and he hid in his crate. And then
Poor Cheddar.
I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's Joe Henry. And I'm like waving my arms around. My neighbors are probably calling the cops to do a wellness check on me, you know.
You know, it's really funny. In my head, I was thinking about the people that it could have been. Like, I had this thing where I was really leaning towards Nick Aldis for this because of all the fucking RKO's he's been throwing on Nick Aldis lately.
Mhm.
That when I saw the build, I was like, I could kind of see that as Nick Aldis's body a little bit, right? You know? But it was so funny because right before it happened, Zach hadn't seen any spoilers, and he's like, Joe Hendry. And I was like, he's injured. And then right as soon as like I said that, is say his name. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I I was so pumped. So pumped. And like, yeah, it was short. Um, but he is the first ever TNA champion um to wrestle at WrestleMania. And he got his Randy Orton match. Like he's not upset about it, so I'm not going to be upset about it.
I thought of you because I feel like I'm in my head, I'm like, how can this be a setup to getting us one step closer to Joe Hendry and John Cena? Because I that as soon as I saw this happen, I was like, this is setting the stage for this.
Yep.
I was so excited on your behalf because as soon as I saw him come out, that's what clicked for me. I was like, he's gonna get that Cena
Mhm.
match. He's gonna get that Cena match.
Oh yeah, especially with how loud that crowd went. Like he got a pop.
Yes, it was so good.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of pops, is it just me, or I know I'm going back to night one, but Jey Uso did not get that big of a pop when he first came out. Maybe it's because people were still getting into the arena, but
I
I was
think
just like, what the fuck?
yeah, I think because people were still getting into the arena and those arenas are always weird too because like they're so massive. So like so much sound escapes because they had that like thing on top, but
But
yeah.
I didn't see a lot of the yeets. Like when you look in the crowd, it doesn't like when you watch Raw, it's like bam. But then like I just didn't see a lot of yeets at least initially. When he
Yeah.
won, I did.
Yeah. When he won, there were a ton. Yeah, I don't know. I just remember talking with Andrew and being like, do we think like where do we think he's coming out? Is he going to do the crowd thing? Or is that going to be too difficult? Like, what do we think's gonna go that way? So, I don't
Right.
know, maybe everyone was doing that too. Like, where is he?
Maybe. I don't know. It
Yeah.
was weird, but
Um, After that, we had Logan Paul versus AJ Styles.
I don't have anything to say. I'm just disappointed that Logan won.
Um, it never ceases to surprise me just how ugly that man is. That's all I have to say.
Actually, you know what I do want to say? I really didn't like the weird Brady Bunch-esque menu, like this the all the different angles that came up when he did his entrance. That just was weird. It felt like he just didn't really have any ideas for what he wanted to do for his entrance. Like it felt very like, let's just do this weird drone thing, and it just felt like, lackluster to me.
I hate that man. And I use that term hate or man rather very loosely. Um Then we had the women's tag match. Liv and Raquel versus Lyra and of course the returning Becky Lynch. And we got to see in the crowd our girl Court from Wrestle Talk having a good cry at Becky's return.
That was cool. That was a cool moment for her.
Yeah. Yeah, that was super cool.
Yeah.
Especially like because Netflix Australia brought her over. So,
Oh, did they?
yep.
Very cool.
Yeah. Being a wrestling fan pays off.
I love that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So with the whole Bailey thing, was this premeditated that yeah, we were gonna pull Bailey out the whole time, or was Bailey genuine? It was? It was okay.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Bailey's not injured. And they've always had this as a plan.
Okay, got it. Got it.
which is the only part of this that I don't like.
Well, Becky's gear didn't really look like very WrestleMania returny. It almost looked like I'm just gonna throw this on, you know?
Well, I think she probably also figured like they probably didn't have time for her to do a big entrance. And maybe they didn't want it leaking that it was her, because if you're practicing a big entrance, the odds that it'll be leaked that you're there are higher, I
I
guess.
guess. But her gear was just like it looked like she was going to the gym, you know?
What the hell are people wearing in your area when they go to the gym?
Well, it was just like black and basic and boring. You didn't clock that either?
I mean, that's what she like a lot of her gear, especially when she was the man, black and yellow, that like it just looked like her old gear to me.
I just didn't feel like it looked like Becky has had some of the cool, even as the man has had really cool gear in the past. It felt so just like for Becky, it felt more generic.
Yeah.
Unless she was doing it to kind of keep the spotlight more on Lyra, which I considered as well.
Yeah.
But yeah. Liv, on the other hand, made my fucking asshole hurt because that fucking outfit could not have been comfortable to wrestle in.
Um, I think it was what is it, Olivia Rodriguez or Rodrigo that she is paying homage to with that outfit.
Was she? I don't know.
Yeah. And like I've seen the picture that was used for reference and it's basically the same thing, but yeah.
Oh God, it made me hurt so bad. Raquel's outfit looked cool too. I liked her like interpretation of it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I think they had a pretty solid match, the
Yeah,
ladies.
I liked it. I liked it a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like the ladies really brought it, you know? Go figure.
Definitely. Definitely. And then of course we have the final John Cena's final match, which I remembered as he was going out his final WrestleMania match, and then I got really sad before it started because I was like, "Oh, this guy," and then I was like, "I'm in WrestleMania again." And
Whereas whereas I'll get really happy for the opposite reason, and then I'll get really sad when John Cena wins when I have to watch this match.
yeah, honestly, as soon as when Cody comes down, his mom, sister, Brandy, and and Liberty are at ringside, and he picks her up again, and I was just like,
Aw.
"Oh, he's losing," because that's what he did at WrestleMania 39.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
That reminds me. Remember when it was World's End? You were there for that when MJF lost, and the way he's sitting on the ropes. And remember, I think on our prediction show, I had been like, no, he's not losing it. He's not losing it. They're gonna hold out until this, and then Swerve's gonna take it from MJF or whatever the fuck I said. But I knew that they would make Joe a transitional champion, like they did end up doing if Joe won, and I didn't see it happening. But that's it was like I can feel like I can imagine it's that same feeling of like I remember texting you when I was in the theater too, and I was like, no shit, he's gonna lose it, no, like I was just like so because you just see like MJF hang his head and then he looks up, and I'm just like, don't do this to me.
Yep. Yep.
Uh,
In his hometown.
See, I'm still living in a little Delulu world where I have not seen Cody officially lose this belt yet.
Well, buckle up, Buttercup. It's gonna be a rough ride. Cause
I
like,
don't want to.
cause like, apparently John Cena was like, "Oh, I can't wrestle. That's what we're gonna do. We're going to wrestle. There's gonna be a lot of holds. This is gonna be a slow match.
Oh,
Travis Scott's gonna come out. It's gonna get worse.
did The Rock come out or no?
No Rock. Nobody. The only person that intervened was Travis Scott.
That is so corny to me.
Yep.
Maybe I'll find it more entertaining because I'm just going to be watching it by itself without the rest of the matches. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe. It's underbooked. I would say it's underbooked. Everyone was prepared for it to be overbooked. It was underbooked.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe with having that as your expectation, that'll help.
Maybe. And also everybody's shitting on it. Well, it'll be like that thing like when everybody shits on like a movie and you go see it and you're like, it actually wasn't that bad because everybody just told you it was dog shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're welcome for that gift.
Thanks. Oh man. All right. Favorite match of night one and also night two.
Night one, the main event. Easy. Um, night two, it's gotta be like the opener. Rhea versus Bianca versus Io.
I agree with that. And I also feel like it might have been the fatal four way for me if it had been longer. It felt so rushed.
Yeah. Gotta make up time somewhere, right? For Roman's long ass entrance.
And I'm happy it didn't cut into a women's match. Yeah, for Roman's fucking entrance, exactly.
Yeah.
I literally feel like I fast forwarded 7 minutes and he was still going.
Oh yeah. Just do, do. I feel like that's how dinosaurs used to roam the earth.
Is that where he takes his inspo, maybe?
I think so. Dino Reigns.
I thought you were gonna say it's dynamite.
Not quite, but um
Mhm.
yeah. How about
Get Jurassic in the ring.
any final thoughts?
Nope, I'm good about that.
Okay. Um I look forward to once you watch Raw as well. But because it's a good one. A lot of people have said it's the best Raw after Mania. Period.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Really?
good.
Shit. Okay.
You'll like it.
Damn, that's
Most of like the women are heavily featured. I will tell you that.
oh great. That's awesome.
Yeah. Um, all right. Shall we wrap it up?
Yes, ma'am. In the name of our Lord and Savior,
Willow Nightingale.
Babe with power,
Power of Voodoo. Hoodoo. You do.
nothing matters. Smile anyway.